is Linda Pitchford, and I had a diagnosis with cancer in March 2015. From there, the surgeon was marvellous, all the staff were marvellous. A diagnosis of that type, because I know years ago people, the first thing they thought was that's the end. And thank God the staff didn't make me feel that at all. The surgery itself, because my surgeon was very good, very, very good. And he even managed, unbelievably, to do the surgery keyhole, which for me was wonderful because that meant you could recover so much better and so much easier. So you go through the surgery and then we go into the chemotherapy. And that I've got to admit that I was dreading because you just don't really react. And you hear good stories, you hear bad stories, and obviously everybody is different anyway. And unfortunately for me, I had a horrible reaction to the chemotherapy, which knocked me about quite badly with my legs and put me in a lot of pain. We got through that, and every 3 weeks, of course, you have to have the chemotherapy. Started to lose my hair after the first 2 weeks of the first session of chemo. And again, the referral with the staff at the hospital was brilliant because they dealt with me getting the wig and all of that sort of thing was all dealt with before I even started the chemo. My oncology nurse, when I was seeing her, she referred me to the Feel Good Move More. So doing that for me, I felt was a positive move forward because the job that I do is a physical job really because I'm walking and moving all day, long hours. You need to be reasonably fit. And so for me then, through the chemotherapy in the dark days, the focus was to get as fit as I could to deal with those problems. And the option of being able to look into what was available through the hospital, for me was a positive move forward. So I took on board all of what was offered, and then once I spoke to the representatives from various things, like my oncology nurse told me about not only the walking that you could do with Macmillan, and that you could do it at all levels so that you didn't feel intimidated if you were feeling poorly, that you thought, oh, I've got to keep up. It's not like that. It's like a family. Once you meet people, they're all like a family and become friends, and you do it at your own level. So you start very slow and you can just gradually move forward. I took on doing hydrotherapy at the swimming pool, which helped because of the problems I'd had with my legs through the chemotherapy. That was a really positive move. The walking was brilliant because, again, as I've said, you do as much or as little as you felt you could cope with. And then I started with the fitness classes with Macmillan, which made me feel fabulous. I thought, oh, how am I going to deal with this? I hope I can keep up and all of that. But that made me feel so comfortable that it wasn't a problem. In fact, it was just fun. So I look forward to each time I went. It was just a positive experience, that because when you came away, you felt so positive about the experience. It lifts your spirits, to be quite honest. It lifts your spirits so you feel you're doing something good for yourself. And not only that, you felt that because you were doing it with others, you were helping them too, which I think is a really positive thing because you're doing it as a group, not on your own. You're all working together as a team, sort of thing. And that was really good. And since then, I've took on other things. I've took on doing relaxation, these were the therapies, complementary therapies that they offer at the hospital, which are like, you can have massage, you can have reflexology, you can do relaxation classes, and I've tried them all, which each one I think I've gained something from as a positive experience. So I've taken a little bit from everything. And now I'm at the end, well, I suppose I'm at the end of the journey, because I'm now through all the chemo. I'm now recovered reasonably well, and I've actually returned to work. But I'm still keeping in touch. I've just finished with acupuncture, which is another complementary therapy. But each thing is worth taking on board. Some things don't suit everybody. But others you might find something that, yeah, that's really good for me. And each one I've really enjoyed. So they've all been positive experiences and well worth trying. And I've met so many people through doing each individual thing that you make a connection with people, you talk to them about their experiences, so you don't feel alone. At no point have I felt alone. I did with the diagnosis, because you do feel alone. When you get that diagnosis, you feel like nobody else can understand, nobody else knows. But if you take on board the complementary therapies that are offered, the fitness things that are offered, you meet people that suddenly you realise you're not alone. There are thousands of people out there that have these diagnoses, and they all have to go through their own experience, because everybody's experience is individual, isn't it? So, it is an experience that you're never going to forget.